Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's so good of you to join me here today. Now today I want to take the time to look at some practical and interesting data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And the data I have in front of me shows you a list of the fastest growing occupations. And here it says 20 occupations with the highest projected percentage change of employment between 2020 and 2030. So this table in front of us tells you like how much job growth is expected in certain industries, the top 20, over the coming decade. And I think this table is very interesting for several reasons. For one, is that if you are somebody who is looking for a career change, or you're getting out of high school and you're kind of trying to find your way and figure out what's practical, but what's also paying the most bills, which will pay the most bills, and what is something that's projected to grow so that I have opportunities going forward and stability, this table is a really, really amazing resource to help make that decision. The other portion of this is that this table is really kind of cool because it kind of shows us the direction in which the economy is headed. So what do I mean by that? The economy and the labor structure of our economy kind of tells us what's in demand and what's not in demand in different kinds of industries over the next decade. So for example, here we see that there's a lot of demand for wind turbine service technicians and solar photovoltaic installers. Now, if you know anything that I've talked about in this channel, that there's a lot of money to be made in fighting climate change. Gen Z understands this very explicitly, which is why they're picking careers in these fields. Additionally, because we are changing the way in which we build the overall grid and the way we update it, a lot of these jobs are going to be in demand because of that, right? Like because we are installing more solar and more wind across the country, and they're gonna need the people in those professions to service them and to build them. So it's very pragmatic and it's very practical to go into a profession that has a lot of growth because there's a lot of economic changes with regards to that. Another one that pays quite well is a nurse practitioner, and this one probably has to do more with the changing demographics of the United States. We looked at the population pyramid before and we saw that the United States is becoming an older country. And in an older country, you're going to need more healthcare. Well, if you need more healthcare, you're going to need more nurses and doctors and things of that nature, which is why you see nurse practitioners with a high percentage of growth, and a pretty hefty salary at that too. So it's very practical and it pays pretty well to get into this profession. Some of these professions are kind of interesting and they're and I would have never thought that they'd be in demand. Like for example, one of them is here. Let me take a look. Wood model makers, which has a $64,000 and $64,050 a year average salary with a 39% growth. I mean, I would have never known unless I saw this table. It's like, what make wood model makers? Who wants that? And then like you have other things here, for example, like statisticians, go figure, animal caretakers, film and video editors, which is kind of an interesting one because with the growth of social media and YouTube and other things, those skills are very important. I have none of those skills. You guys have watched my videos. It's all just one take, no cuts, no nothing. So, because I'm not very good at this stuff or you just don't have very good tools. I mean, I'll eventually start doing more of that to give my videos more of a professional touch. It's just a little side tangent here. But right now I operate in a very old computer, so sometimes I can't even make the videos I want, even using the current setup I have, because my computer is just not strong enough to handle like even an advertisement refreshing on an article or video I talk about. So hopefully we'll get better in the future. So like I'm slowly trying to get to a point where I just finally just buy myself the kind of equipment I need to make better videos. And again, if you guys have subscribed to this channel so far, really appreciate it. Like I said, I know my quality is not the best, but I hope the conversation is worth having. But yeah, it's like a lot of the professions and a lot of the information here is very interesting. It's very practical. I'll list it in the description down below. And let me know what you think. Let me know if this table is kind of helping you. It's kind of cool data that you could use. Maybe you derive certain other information in here that's kind of cool and you can collect it to other data. So like I always love to engage with data and just trying to interpret what it means. And I give you my little bit of interpretation of this table. Let me know if you guys see something cool in here as well. And if you're going to use this for making more personal life decisions, then I'm glad that I can provide this resource. If you are, definitely do take a look at it, because I think it's a really interesting resource, and it does, like I said, it definitely shows you where we're headed in terms of demands for the kind of jobs that we're expecting to have in the next 10 years. And the data is really cool to analyze and look at. And if again, thank you for tuning in. As I said, this is going to be a short video. If you like my content, give a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if there's any topics you'd like me to discuss or engage with down in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll talk to you later.